Arriving at Phuket Airport, you can already see you're on a paradise island. This is your first step to a holiday of a lifetime.
Absolutely stunning. Burgers, beers, boys, done.
Food and cocktail.
Or where the nightmares begin.
That flew yesterday.
I've missed my flight.
So not good.
It's where cultural differences and the language barrier
Sorry?
We don't need to go to the hospital.
can trip up even the most experienced traveller
We are not allowed to stay here anymore. We were meant to go to Bali.
and remind you you're thousands of miles from home.
I'm going home tomorrow.
But you're in safe hands as the airport staff are just waiting to solve your problems.
Welcome.
It's gonna be another busy day for us.
It made me excited all the time.
So put your seat back and tray tables in the upright position as we arrive inside Phuket Airport. The world-famous golden sandy beaches and clear blue seas keep people flying into Phuket International time and time again, and all fly in with overpacked luggage ready to enjoy themselves to the max.
Excuse me, may I see this bag, please?
But it's Customs Officer Pui's job to make sure that people entering her beloved country don't get carried away with what they wheel through the Nothing to Declare channel.
I feel very honored because I'm the person who makes sure that everybody who comes into Thailand are good person enough. It's a big responsibility to protect the country. If you miss something, it means that the consequences might be mistakes as well. Something illegal might happen in the country.
Customs is the front line to stopping all sorts of bugs and illnesses making it into Thailand. So when Pui notices fruit in one passenger's luggage, she's straight on it.
What's in the box, sir? May I see, please?
Mango.
Mango?
Orange.
Can I open it, please?
Okay, no problem.
So, I'm sorry to inform you that actually plants or fruit is not allowed. You cannot bring any fresh fruit into Thailand, so this one is prohibited goods to us. And actually, it is restricted goods. You need the permit before you can import it. So, you cannot have it. You have to leave it here, sir.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to leave
But
it here.
when I go Bangladesh, should I collect this?
No, you cannot collect it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting this.
Maybe you cannot.
Why?
It is prohibited goods.
Okay,
in Thailand.
it's here, but when I go back Bangladesh for April, when go, so I carry March, 4 March.
Yeah, you cannot have it. I'm sorry, you have to leave it here.
Okay, but I collect here when I go Bangladesh.
Maybe you cannot. I'm sorry.
I think he's confused customs with left luggage.
Why? This is a airport, no problem. Thailand, no problem.
It is restricted goods, sir. I'm
Actually,
sorry.
I need this food. I need. Okay?
But I'm sorry.
I need this food. I need. Okay.
Maybe he's on a strict fruit diet.
I will issue you the document,
Yeah.
okay? But I'm sorry, I cannot.
I know. If I need this food, okay.
Unfortunately, with fresh fruit, there's no wiggle room with Pui.
The regulation is that you have to ask the permission from our department first. You need the permit to bring fruits and vegetables into Thailand. This one is a document.
Yeah.
It's showing that it is used by us. It is the passenger's responsibility to know the rules, and they could check it on the internet. But many passengers are unaware of the rules before coming to Thailand.
And after 7 years in the job, Pui is a dab hand at stopping prohibited goods from coming in and knows all the rules. So if you're up to no good, you better have a banging poker face. So it's off to the quarantine office where the fruit will be destroyed, and we'll see later on if there's anything else she finds to be confiscated. Serving 51 scheduled airlines and handling over 60,000 flights a year, Phuket International can sometimes fall foul of the dreaded cancelled flight. And outside departures, looking a bit lost, is Aaron from London. He's been on a jolly in Thailand for the last 30 days and has arrived for his flight, but not his original flight, new flight.
So the flight the other day got cancelled out of the blue. We got an email saying our flight would not be going. They didn't explain why they cancelled it, they just said that the flight was cancelled, we've rebooked your flight. A day and a half later, we're now sitting here waiting to fly home.
And as if the flight cancellation isn't bad enough, Aaron's extra few days in Thailand could come at a cost. He's now, through no fault of his own, overstayed his holiday visa and could face a hefty fine.
The day that we was flying home, that is the day that our visa was up until, where the airline has cancelled our flight and rebooked it for pretty much a couple of days later. It's messed it up, really.
So Aaron heads straight to the information desk to try to see if he has to pay that fine, as this delay is through no fault of his own.
Right, look, so we was meant to fly at 1, and this flight got cancelled. I don't know what happened, but we got an email. What's the issue with if you overstay your visa by a day?
Yesterday, this flight is not cancelled. Yesterday, this flight is have flight to fly.
This flight, that flew yesterday.
Hang on, say that again?
I don't know if flew or not because you have to contact the airline. How the airline tell you?
So apparently the flight left on the right date at the right time, but without Aaron.
They said that there's something wrong at the airport. This flight is not flying.
This flight is flying.
No, I know this flight's flying.
Yesterday flight is fly, sir.
That plane left with people on it.
Confused and totally bewildered that his cancelled flight wasn't actually cancelled, Aaron still has the issue of needing to pay charges for overstaying his visa.
Because of all the disruption and everything, stress falls to me having to do this, go back and forth, pay this, pay that, and the visa. What have I got to do about the visa?
And the visa? You mean the Thailand visa?
No, I had one, and my visa due ran out on that flight. So is it a fine?
Yes.
Basically, like how much is it?
500 baht per day.
Per day. Okay, so I know that's that. So that's what I'm saying. Now I'm going to have to pay that as well because my flight's got changed an extra day.
Already out of pocket after a needless extra 2 days stay, Aaron is also about to be stung with a fine by Phuket immigration. Today is going from bad to worse. And we'll see how things pan out for this poor fella later on. The animal quarantine team are just arriving for another full day at the airport. May and the gang deal with all animals flying in and out of Phuket International, issuing licences and permits as part of the Bureau of Disease Control. With strict guidelines and stringent checks needing to be carried out, her team are on the front line, stopping unwanted illness and disease entering their country.
Many people around the world come to animal quarantine. We make sure all animals are flying safely and legally.
If you don't get the license from us, your animal cannot fly.
First through the door of the quarantine department is Vivian and her daughter Angelica, with Dollar, who's much more than just a pet.
Madam, sit down, please.
Yes, kom så vi ska inte gå hem. Vi ska gå hit.
Blimey, that's a dog and a half.
Dollar. We come since 25 years every winter. So we are winter birds. We spend about 3, 4, maybe 5 months in Thailand during the winter. And it's most important that the whole family who still is living at home go together, including Dollar is a part of the family. Today we issued the documents for arriving to Sweden. And quarantine will check all his vaccinations.
When you come to Thailand?
On the 10th December.
You have import license?
I lost the import license in Krabi. It travels always with us when Angelica travels. So it's always at her side. She's a special care assistant dog. If you get low breathing, low heart rate, then he will alert and alarm the house. If Angelica gets an asthma attack in the night or has difficult to breathe, then he wakes us all up. He has special gifts.
Dollar is able to sense changes in Angelica's body and raise the alarm straight away, so his clearing quarantine is pretty important to Vivian and Angelica.
Now I make document import license for you. Okay, Dollar. And now I check microchip your dog Dollar.
My daughter Angelica, it is her dog and he's taking very good care of her. And he's sleeping with her and is very sad if we have to leave without her or if we not can go with her because he is around her all the time.
Let's hope the licence gets issued with no problems, as it sounds like Dollar is very much needed.
Okay, madam. Passport you.
Thank you.
Yes. And document or paper, everything for
Yes.
you. Okay.
Thank you. See you on the 14th.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yes, I'm happy it's done and that we can have a nice afternoon on the beach.
So, with the documents needed to fly into Sweden, Vivian, Angelica and Dollar head off to enjoy their last few days of summer sun. We're up in departures where we come across this fella from Doncaster and his rather large package. He's about to check in for a flight back to Manchester.
I'm Andy. Got some oil paintings from my house over in Phuket. I'm going to take them home. I've got a 23 kilogram allowance. I think they weigh about 21, 22, so should be okay. I bought them in Phuket off a guy that paints for the Thai royal family. I mean, I've had these about 14 years and I was paying 50,000 baht each then. So they're quite a bit of money.
50,000 baht is about £1,300 to you and me, so he's got around 5 grand's worth on that trolley.
I just want to get them on and that's it. And once they're on, I get to Manchester. I think I have to pay $60, I think, for an oversized item. So.
The paintings stand over 5 feet tall and 4 feet wide, and there's a possibility that check-in staff won't accept them. If he can't get them checked in, he'll have to think of another way to get them home.
I've got 9 pieces. If I got a bigger house, I'd buy some more, but I haven't. One's of a naked woman, one is of a horse, one is of a saxophone, and one is of a lion, like a lion. But they're very nice. They're all in a traditional Thai style.
Gorgeous.
I think in England they're worth a lot of money. Well, they're worth a lot of money here, so once I get to my house, hang them on the wall and then I can enjoy them every day.
Oh, I can just picture that.
Okay, I'm going to try and get these through.
The paintings are massive, and there's no guarantee that they will be accepted at check-in. Andy's nervous because if he has to ship them back to Doncaster, it could cost him a whole lot more than the 50 quid he's budgeted. We're back in departures with Aaron, who was supposed to fly back to the UK 2 days ago. But when the airline cancelled the flight, they rebooked him onto another flight 2 days later. Unfortunately, this delay has caused huge issues with his Thai holiday visa, which has now expired.
What will I do about the visa?
Worryingly for Aaron, not having a valid visa could lead to a sizable fine, a ban from travelling to Thailand, or even a jail sentence. So, Aaron does the one thing that is straightforward, and that's checking his bags. Although today, even that has tripped him up.
Raging. Absolutely fuming. See, like now, we've got to pay 4,000 baht to put one of our other bags off that we've already paid for. We paid for 3 flights so that we could take extra luggage back. Now we've got to pay another 4,000 baht just to pay for more luggage, even though it's in our criteria. We are allowed 69 kilos and all of our luggage together comes under. So now we're going to go and speak to these quickly and find out about this.
So that's £100 sterling to check in the luggage he had already paid for by buying an extra seat on the flight. So Aaron now needs to cough up again if he's to get through the airport in time to catch his flight back to London today.
I've just tried to suggest we'll give you half the money and half the money on the card, just in case we've got to pay for visa now because of that as well. That'll leave us with no cash to pay for the visa fine, for them keeping us here an extra 2 days. Now he's telling me I've got to get out the cash point. Or they're all on card or all on cash. They won't do a little bit here, a little bit there. So it's another drama. And she said, yeah, you can complain. I said, I'm complaining now. I said, you see everyone else here moaning or complaining about what's happened to them in flight. Some reason why it should happen to us with their flight. So, we'll try and do this.
With one bad thing after another slapping our Aaron in the face, he heads off to grab the cash to check in his bags, but his run of bad luck isn't done yet.
But nah, look at that. Because I'm using just suspended my card. suspended card. Oh, I've got to contact my bank because I've used too many cash breaks. I need my phone, Wi-Fi.
His card has now been blocked by his bank due to what they see as suspicious activity on his account. So with no access to cash, he urgently needs to get onto his bank back home before he can even start to sort this whole situation out. So we'll check back in later to see if he manages to sort out this debacle. Also in departures is Andy from Doncaster, who's waiting to check in his art collection that's going from his house in Phuket to his home in Donny. He's had his eclectic artworks for 14 years, but is slightly worried that check-in won't accept the cumbersome package.
Once they're on, I'm going for a beer. I might have two. Because this is just stress. So once things are through, that's it.
If the paintings are deemed to be too big, Andy will have to rethink his shipping plans and possibly end up missing his flight home.
Right, well, this gentleman here, we're going to take him to the oversized baggage.
Well, it looks like they've been accepted without any bother.
I'm not going to pay no money, and I'll see these in Manchester. Happy days. I can almost taste the beer from here.
Happy days indeed, Andy. Enjoy your pint or two, and let's hope they arrive in one piece. But even with the likes of Andy's paintings leaving the island, Phuket Airport needs to be ever vigilant about goods coming into the country, and it's Customs Officer Pui's job to wheedle out the passengers who may have packed stuff they're not supposed to.
It's okay, it's okay. Where are you from? Gatwick. Thank you. London, Gatwick. Londoner is very nice, so they would carry nothing. So, I mean, if you scan 100 people, you may find just one case.
It's because they're terrified of Pui, but with the holiday season picking up, the team's workload is getting bigger.
Friday, Saturday, and Monday would be the busiest days. This is all yours, right? Yeah. May I see, please? Okay, thank you. ขอบคุณค่ะ What's in your bag? Food? Food, right? Food? Not food?
I think, she thinks, he's got food in his bag.
Pizza is food, right?
Yes.
Oh, may I see, please? So what do you have, sir?
Here. Cashew nuts.
Cashew nuts,
already
okay.
packed. I know that this is allowed. I only have chocolate and
so
sauce.
you don't have meat, you don't have
meat,
fruit, you don't have
fruit,
vegetable?
no
Okay,
vegetable.
you're good. Some cases are easy, some cases are not. Some passenger would be very, very angry about what we are doing, yeah. So we have to be able to calm them down and to explain them to understand our law, yeah.
And in this airport, make no mistake, Pui is the law. At Baggage Reclaim, we meet Americans Megan and Helen, who've enjoyed a couple of shandies on their flight ahead of their appearance on a US reality TV show in Phuket, based on a super yacht.
This is after a 24-hour flight from the US, from California. 24 hours, no joke.
I'm so excited to be in Thailand. I've never been here before.
This is our first
amazing.
time. We're filming.
It's your first time,
a show.
right?
It is. We're filming a show
for
Bravo
TV.
These two are like America's answer to Ab Fab's Patsy and Adina.
So basically, it's just
hanging out.
Us girls being girls, you know, and doing our thing, and that's what they want, and us enjoying each other and enjoying being on a luxury yacht. These are my suitcases. You always have to have some wine.
I bet you do. So these two now just need to find their lift to the yacht and their holiday begins.
So warm, it's so nice. We're finding our crew. Let's switch out the sunglasses.
What's the name it's supposed to be?
It's something Productions.
Okay, that's right.
Sorry, could you just be a little more vague, please? Thank you.
We're staying at the Slate, and then we're boarding the yacht on the 17th. Actually, we're boarding the yacht tomorrow. So today's the 16th, right? Because it's the 15th back in the U.S., right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we've been flying for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
So we're just excited to be here.
I bet you are. What's not to be excited about? Flying into Phuket for some well-deserved chill-out time on a super yacht and a couple of glasses of vino too.
Hello, we're here. Our flight was like a little bit early.
So we're single moms, and we like rock it. Like we're boss moms, but we're single moms, meaning that we take care of our kids. We run businesses in Beverly Hills, California, and what else? We're like single moms that make shit happen.
You basically
we make shit happen.
Yeah, we're not living off of our ex's money.
Yeah, we have to hoof it. We got to make things happen. Like there's no hanging. There's no waiting for the men. Do you realize, just for the record, we flew like for 24 hours, and we still look good, hot, good to go, make everything happen. Right?
Seems the flight may have affected Megan a little more than Helen.
Oh my God, so not good. This is so not good.
Ooh, you're right there, Megan.
Go off the phone for a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go again. Megan, babes, it's right-hand drive. Try the other side.
I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive?
I think that's best for everyone, to be fair. And finally, they're in their car and off to their yacht. I'm sure these two reality stars will be absolutely fabulous. Arriving at arrivals are John and his wife, here to collect his family who are over visiting on holiday. The pair have lived on the island for 14 years and they own a British tavern bar in Qatar Beach.
I finished work about 1 o'clock this morning. It's now 6 a.m. I'm normally going to bed at this time, but now I'm just waiting to hear from my family. They've just arrived from Manchester. I think they've had a little delay, so I think they've been about 13 hours on the flight. So they will be a bit tired, also excited to get a bit of sun. It's great having your family here. We don't get to see much of them because it's so far away, 6,000 miles. You can't just nip in for a cup of coffee, can you? In a week or so, we're going to put on a night in the Tavern. We're going to have Elvis. Is that bad is good?
Is that the tagline on his posters? I hope not. Anyway, the fam have arrived.
This is my mom, Rita.
I'm Andy. I'm Reg.
I'm Spencer.
A family get-together.
And Sister Mandy has brought her new boyfriend, Spencer, to meet her brother for the first time.
Certainly is his first time in Thailand.
We're heading to Gate 3 to find out where my mum and dad is, and also see the new boyfriend.
Best behaviour, John. He's absolutely massive.
Just a family get-together. It's I've not seen him for over a year, so just come and say hello. We miss him.
Yeah, I think this is him. They're just coming out now.
And here he is.
How are you, Andy? All right? How are you, matey? You all right, yeah? Did you get the duty-free?
I got Minnie's pink gin. I got Minnie's.
First thoughts on the sister's new boyfriend?
I'll be working out when I get home.
I think you'll need more than a quick workout, John. Maybe Bad Elvis could give you some tips back at the tavern? Good luck. We'll pop by to see the man in action later on. We're back in the animal quarantine department with May and her team. They issue over 1,000 animal health certificates each year to passengers, making it one of the busiest quarantine offices in Southeast Asia. They see all sorts of animals travelling through the airport, but man's best friend is by far the most frequently flown in and out of Phuket. And with the airport serving international passengers, language can sometimes be a problem.
Need to speak English?
Yellow.
Translate yellow.
Okay, thank you.
Eugenil and Iana are travelling back to Russia, having spent several months here in Thailand to escape the harsh Russian winter. They've come in to see May so they can fly home with their beloved Labrador, Jessie.
My dog all time with me. Sometimes my dog stay with my friends. Today, okay, no problem. If don't take dog with me, my dog cry. It's my child, and my wife.
She's more than just this man's best friend, then.
Check microchip number, na?
Now back in Russia and next traveling in Europe. I don't know where, maybe France, maybe Spain, maybe Italy. My dog travel 11 countries. Many travel in car. Russia, Belarus, Poland, Italy, Germany, Greece, Turkish, Austria. Oh, very beautiful.
I bet you Jessie has more air miles than I have. Hang on, what was that noise?
Seriously? Oh, my dog.
นั่นไง
Too right, May. Get that mask on. I'm not sure if that was a case of the owner blaming the dog, to be honest.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Jessie, go.
Yeah, you might want to leave that door open. We're back with Aaron, who's still in departures trying to check in after 4 hours. With his airline cancelling his original return and rebooking him on a flight 2 days later, the costs of the holiday extension are mounting. After issues with his bank, Aaron's finally got his account unlocked to pay for his excess baggage.
Yeah, it's stressful, stressing me out. It's a pain in the arse. 10,000 baht, I reckon, in total it will end up being.
Thanks to the 2-day delay in getting home, Aaron's now facing a fine for his expired visa, the added costs of 2 extra nights in a hotel, as well as new transfers. That's around 250 quid before he's even stepped foot back in the airport.
Yeah, I'm smiling, but I'm pissed off. I'm fuming.
Luckily, with cash in his pocket, he can now pay for his luggage and finally head through security.
Yeah. Sorted, I suppose it is. Visa situation might become a problem.
Aaron's visa expired on the day of his original flight, so now he's expecting a fine for his 2-day overstay. However, immigration could impose heftier punishments, possibly criminal charges.
The way our luck's been at the moment with this airport and airline, they might sting us and pull us in and then probably end up missing our flight or some malarkey. No, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we just go through and we'll be like half alright, less stress-free.
Well, Aaron's finally made it through to immigration, where he'll find out what the deal is with his expired holiday visa.
So now she's sad I've got to follow her to the visa. So now we're going to see what we've got to do, if we've got to pay money again.
Evening.
Evening. How are you, sir?
Yeah, it's okay. And you?
So-so.
For one stay today, you have to pay 4 flights, 1,000 baht, 500 baht.
Now face to face with an immigration official, Aaron gets the chance to plead his case to lessen any fine or punishment.
Can I explain to you what happened? We had a flight for the 19th, and the flight was cancelled, not from our doing. The airline cancelled the flight and arranged another flight for today. Obviously, we didn't know the procedure, so we should have been in England when that ran out, but they cancelled our flight and rebooked it, so we've had a lot of stress today.
Hoping that by explaining none of this situation is his fault, Aaron's praying that the government official will take pity on his nightmare situation. Thailand's wildlife is a big draw to many holidaymakers, and today Karen and Meris have flown in from America for the elephants. Karen's an old hand, having volunteered with the big-eared beauties before, but Meris is brand new to tending to the elephants.
There's a whole group of us who have really kind of, had that experience. It's changed our lives.
The pair met for the first time on their connecting flight from Hong Kong, having chatted online about working at the same sanctuary. Meris had been talked into it by a friend back home.
Look, I know this amazing group of women. We're going to go volunteer with elephants in February. Why don't you come along? So I was just like, okay.
Yeah, it's exciting for me. I've been dying to come back. I was supposed to come back 2 years ago. Work got in the way, so now here I am 4 years later, but I'm just so happy that I'm able to do this again. Humid, huh?
So, unlike the majority of people arriving today, these two are off to roll up their sleeves and get hands-on with some massive mammals. Phuket attracts tourists from all around the world for many different reasons. Its culture, long white sandy beaches, its marine life. But Australian Ewan has been checking out Phuket's site from a different vantage point.
It's world class. Thailand's got everything.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. You know, beautiful scenery, tranquility, beautiful people, and some of the best limestone in the world for rock climbing. Bit of a passion, so climbing in many places around the world, but I've actually been to Thailand now 6 times. It's just a really easy place to get around, and if you know where to go, it's very easy to meet like-minded people, and I've never had a problem meeting somebody who climbs comparably. I've met people in Thailand 20 years ago that are good friends still today, and every time I come here, I make new friends here that I presume I'll keep for life, many of whom I'll climb in other locations around the world, probably.
But there's a pretty hefty amount of equipment needed too.
I'm just organising a bit of kit before I get on the plane, so yeah, this is obviously just everything you need for sport climbing. It's a fairly simple rack. A lot of the climbs in Thailand are bolted, so all you need are these quick draws, rope, harness, shoes, chalk, then you're good to go. There's one spectacular route that I climb every time I come here, and it's called Humanality. So by the time you get to the top, you know, you're talking about sort of 150, 200 metres, and it's so renowned. There's a very memorable moment where climb turns blank, so the wall goes blank, you run out of holds.
When a little bit of wee comes out.
And so you're struggling to work out where to go next. So then you look around behind you, and there's actually a stalactite emerging from the roof that you actually need to fall back onto.
Is he having a laugh?
And then bridge out between the wall and the stalactite to get some further height. So that's memorable, and obviously it's very airy and exposed, and it's just an absolute classic. So it is quite an accomplishment, and just a really enjoyable route.
Well, rather you than me. I'd rather be sat at the hotel bar with a mojito, to be honest. Back in the arrivals hall, Customs Officer Pui is hard at it. With up to 2,000 passengers filing through the Nothing to Declare channel every day, Pui and the team are always on the go. But Pui now has her sights set firmly on her 5 days off.
I'm going to Bangkok to see my boyfriend. To spend days with my family. I'm married, you know. But it's tough because today I'll be off at 7 o'clock, and then I booked a flight going to Bangkok at 8:20. Yeah. So I might be like a zombie seeing him. Excuse me, ma'am. This way, please. Excuse me, you might have to come and talk with me. This way, sir. For the alcoholic beverage, we allow just only 1 liter per one person.
Sorry?
Alcoholic beverage. Would you mind dropping 1 box first, please, into the drop box?
Okay.
Thank you, ขอบคุณค่ะ
You're the boss.
The rest you can take it. Enjoy.
Although it's her job to uphold the law, Pui still does it with a friendly face and, of course, a massive smile.
Just there, maybe somewhere from Sweden, maybe Stockholm. On this flight, they love wine, so they would bring a lot of wine.
Surely, though, she cannot wait to get home and be back with her husband once again.
No. No. My husband, actually, he's acting like my child, you know. Wherever I'm going, he would come with me. I have no privacy. So working here, okay, maybe a little bit relief.
But Bangkok isn't her only trip planned away from Phuket.
In a few days, me and my husband and my sisters will be going to London, Bath, York, and Edinburgh. Yeah, we're going to the UK. We're going to try English tea, scones, and traditional English breakfast. I would like to try haggis when I go to Scotland. My husband, he is much more excited than me. He's a fan of Arsenal, so he's booked a ticket for a match, but he will go there alone. What a shame. I will be at the hotel and he will be watching the game.
Not a gooner then, Pui.
We might visit Thai restaurants if we feel bored. We are used to something spicy, something sour, yeah, different taste with the English people. So if we have too much bread, too much pasta, or too much pastries, we will feel like, oh, I need something else. Thai people need some flavor, need some spicy.
You've obviously never had a chicken korma.
It's not that your English food is not good, but if you have it every day, it doesn't good for us.
To be fair, it's not that good for us either. At immigration, Aaron is explaining to the officer that his flight was postponed for 2 days, which meant that, through no fault of his own, he's ended up in Phuket for 2 more days than his visa allowed. He's now hoping the 500 baht fine will be waived.
I extended our flight for an extra day or 2 days. Obviously, we didn't know the procedure, so we should have been in England when that run out, but they cancelled our flight and rebooked it, so we've had a lot of stress today. They said it's not our fault that we've gone over 2 days. They said it's down to them, so we've got to pay, basically. There's nothing could be done.
You and them, not you and me.
Okay, yeah.
OK then, there's no swaying this one, but at least it's just the fine and nothing worse.
At least you see the funny side of taking our money.
Well, all that's left to do is cough up money for the fine, and Aaron is finally, definitely heading home.
Next year, get discount.
Well, I came 2 years ago, so I should get discount now.
So, after 2 days extra stay, excess luggage costs, and this 1,000 baht fine, the running total for the airline cancelling the flight is £400 for our man Aaron.
For some reason, it's been picked on today, should we say. It was due to them changing the flight, which had nothing to do with us. We didn't expect all the rest of the shit on top, but it was just like one after another. Got through one bit, we thought, all right, that's done. Went to the next bit, then more hassle, getting checked in, getting sent back out, coming back in. Yeah, no, it's palaver. It has not been an easy ride from 12 in the afternoon till 9:30 at night of hours of constant stress.
And with the stress of the day behind him, Aaron can start to make plans back in the UK.
Going straight for an English fry-up.
Fair enough. You deserve it after the last 10 hours you've had.
I'm 100% on this. Elephants coming out of the woods in Koh Lanta and into the ocean. There's like 2 out there swimming, and then 1 walked out through the woods and then went into the ocean. It was incredible.
Speaking of elephants, Meris and Karen have flown into Phuket to volunteer with the animals on the island. They're now working with Phuket Elephant Sanctuary, a 30-acre haven for former working and abused elephants. And the pair have got stuck right in.
King of the jungle.
The centre is all about showing old elephants the love they deserve, and it's taken in over 100 volunteers per year to help with its upkeep and with the care of the animals. And it's hard to believe that all of this is only a 24-minute drive from Phuket International.
Well, we have this because we are cutting banana trees for the elephants because they eat a lot. They eat up to 300 pounds a day, and so we've got to keep them fed.
Ah, 2 at once. Got a twofer there.
I hope the elephants appreciate this lunch.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But having only been open for a few years, this place is only just getting started.
Since our opening in late 2016, we rescued 11 elephants already. So at the moment, we're home to 8 elephants. Now behind us, right here, this is Madi. This is one of our first elephants who arrived here, and also the oldest one. She's 69 years already. So an elephant's lifespan is similar to that of humans. So 69 for an elephant is quite old, especially if you have been working your whole life. She's too old to venture down into the jungle at the moment. She's feeling a bit weak. So we built this pool for her to just relax, help balance her weight, and relieve her toes and feet. She spends up to 3 to 4 hours in here every day.
There's room for up to 25 adult elephants at the female-only sanctuary, so there's plenty of space for quite a few more large residents.
Well, we are preparing some fruit for the elephants. It's cut this way so that guests can feed the elephants.
And these pineapples, the younger elephants, because they have stronger teeth, they can actually eat the pineapples whole with the skin, but the older elephants, their teeth are kind of degrading, so we need to cut them up and take the skin off for them.
The sanctuary also invites day visitors to tour the grounds, and they get the pleasure of feeding the elephants at the start and end of the day.
Does anyone want watermelon? Yeah. Here we go. You want watermelon?
Yeah. We're just finishing up our day, handing out fruit.
I look forward to coming back to Phuket and seeing more places like this popping up.
They say an elephant never forgets, but I'm sure Karen and Meris will never forget this trip to Thailand. Out at Kata Beach, we're catching up with John, whose family flew in from Manchester, and there's a big night ahead planned.
We're just waiting for the grand entrance of our Elvis, the best looking Elvis this side of Asia. So hopefully he should be here next couple of minutes. Let's wait and see.
I'm really looking forward to this. He's so bad, he's good. Elvis, I can't wait.
Sawadee Kap. How are you? Good stuff, yeah.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you. Right, so just set yourself up wherever.
But Thai Elvis, tell me what you'd like to say to John this evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And a little birdie tells me that the family are yet to surface from a heavy night yesterday.
They are missing in action at the moment, but no, I think they should be here again in about 30 minutes.
I didn't get up until 3 o'clock this afternoon because I didn't leave this bar till about 4 o'clock this morning, and the morning before, and the morning before that, and the morning before that.
Why wouldn't you when your brother owns the place? But tonight, they've got Elvis.
He's the talk of the town at the moment because it's took him about an hour to get ready, to get his hair done. He's taking it very serious.
But it seems Sister Mandy will be the judge of that.
I went to see an Elvis concert in Manchester with the Philharmonic. It was brilliant. One of the best things I've ever seen. I think this one's going to be funny. That's all I'm saying on that one. Let's wait and see.
The holiday so far has been excellent.
We've only got 2 days left now, so a bit more swimming, sunbathing, a beach, a bit more eating, plenty of drinking.
Elvis is now entering the building, okay? I hope you enjoy, guys, okay? Yeah. It was tremendous. It was absolute amazing. The theatrical flair. Somebody needs to sign him up straight away. Simple as that. Cheers, cheers. 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 Only a few more days left.
Well, I don't know about you, but that got me all shook up.